Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Real Heroes Show. You got Cory here with you as always, and in today's video we are going to review 2021's Mortal Kombat on 4K Blu-ray. Before we get started, please go ahead, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share with your friends. So to get into the packaging here, I got a nice lovely slipcover, as you always do on the first day of purchase. Take that guy off. Cover looks exactly the same. Pop her open. Then you are going to get the 4K disc, a slip for digital, and the standard Blu-ray. Pretty straightforward there. So some tech specs on this one. This movie was shot and released in 2021. It is native 4K, which is fantastic. Utilizes HDR10 for its HDR, so no Dolby Vision, just a standard HDR10. It is 239 by 1 in its original aspect ratio, which is how it was shown in theaters, and on HBO Max on the day of release, that they did a simultaneous thing there. And it does come with a Dolby Atmos soundtrack for its audio. So to just get right into it, from the video, I was comparing this to the HBO Max stream that came out, I want to say it was back in late March or early April of this year. I thought this was a much cleaner presentation of the film. Very sharp. Everything looked pristine, no noise, no banding, no artifacts, no compression. Really essentially what you want to see from a movie that was released new in the year 2021. So very bright highlights. There are lots of parts in this movie that are very bright. Anytime Raiden shows up and uses his electricity, anytime Kano uses his laser, anytime Liu Kang shoots fireballs, burn your eyeballs out bright. Pretty cool. Lots of great saturation on all that too. The red on Kano's laser, the orange and the yellow on Liu Kang's fireballs, all that excellent. The movie's a little bit drab at the beginning. It's kind of dark and dimly lit, and the colors are kind of reserved. But once you get about halfway through the film, they get to a desert. Textures, clarity kick up. They go into some caves. You start to see a lot of additional detail. Really impressive how they're able to retain all the detail in the shadow, utilizing the HDR, which is really cool. And then a lot of the sets and the locations they went to were real places that they used to create a place like Outworld. They look incredible on a disc. There's really no other way to put it. So really nice stuff all around. I'm very happy with the presentation. I loved seeing close-ups and detail shots where you can see every texture of these highly detailed costumes, people's faces. Just really impressed with the way they did things. So I think for this one, on the video side of things, I'm gonna give it a strong 8.4 out of 10. It didn't completely blow me away like some other releases that I've seen this year, but it was pretty great, and very happy with the way it turned out. So for audio, let's dive into this Dolby Atmos mix. There is a lot of atmosphere kicking around just in the opening sequence. They're out in a foresty type area. You get a lot of the environmental ambiance from the birds and the bugs and wind rustling through leaves and everything, which is great. There's one spot where a baby cries and comes right through your rear left surround. Really kind of puts you into that sound bubble, which is very cool. Anytime Sub-Zero shows up, you're in for an audio treat. When he makes his arrival outside the diner in present day, the first time you see him, and everything starts to freeze, it's going all around your entire sound stage. And then when he lifts up the ice balls and then throws them down, not only are you hearing them at ear level, but it's also utilizing the height channels. It really kind of feels like hail is falling out of the sky and landing on cars and the road and smashing windows and all that fun stuff. So when he breaks Jax's arms after freezing them, you hear every little individual break in the ice, which is pretty awesome. As you can expect, this is a very violent film. It is very R-rated. All the violence, you hear every squelch, every blood splatter, every broken bone, and there's a really fine, exquisite detail about them, which is great. Dialogue was very clear all the way throughout. That was one of the issues I had with the HBO Max presentation. It wasn't quite as bad as Godzilla vs. Kong was on HBO. However, I did have to crank up the volume a little bit during quieter dialogue scenes to make out what was being said. On the disc, that was not an issue. I had it at my traditional listening volume, and everything was pretty perfect. Strong bass response. Anytime there's a large use of power, whether that's Raiden teleporting where he needs to go, or anytime Goro does pretty much anything, whether it's a roar, a punch, or a stomp, or whatever, it kind of feels like the entire room you're in is bouncing up and down because the bass is hitting so hard. So really fun, very engaging mix. This is a high-octane action movie pretty much from start to finish, so it's kind of what you'd be looking for from that sort of thing. So for the audio on this one, I'm gonna give it a 9. I was really impressed, very happy with the Warner Brothers releases lately on disc. I feel like they've been really knocking it out of the park with their Atmos releases, which is fantastic to see, and definitely fun to check out. It really makes you feel like you're in a movie theater, even though you're in the comfort of your own home. So would I recommend this one? If you're a fan of this film, definitely. I've been a fan of Mortal Kombat since I was a little wee lad and was told I couldn't play it because it was too violent. And when this came out this year, I was super hyped for it. It was a lot of fun. Not the best movie you've ever seen in your entire life, but to me, it's a great little film. Some great martial arts, special effects. I love these characters because I've known them my entire life. And then a pretty stellar visual and audio presentation to go along with it on the disc. So again, if you are a fan of this film, definitely worth checking out. If you're just a fan of home theater, might not be a bad one to pick up, just so you can run your system through a nice little test. So, but that's enough for me. I'd love to hear from you guys now. Are you planning on picking this one up? If so, have you done it already? Have you taken a chance to listen to it? Or are you just going to wait until it's back on HBO Max and stream it? Either way, drop me a comment. Let me know on the comments below. And as always, if you'd like to support this channel, you can do so for free by liking this video, subscribing if you haven't already, turning on those notifications, and then sharing this video with your friends. We will have a review of the Loki finale up tomorrow, and then a review of Bad Batch episode 12 on Friday, so stay tuned for those. And until next time, we'll see you guys in the next video.